Hi guys, so today I'm making something very delicious. I'm making chicken sauce. Yes, I'm using chicken lap for this. You can use chicken breast, anything that you have. But for me, I'm using chicken sauce. Chicken lap, sorry. And the first thing I'm going to do is to remove the skin for this chicken of mine. If you have chicken that does not have the skin on, it's perfect. Just remove this skin. Then you're going to cut it into smaller pieces. We are not parboiling this chicken. We're just going to stir fry for some minutes, so that's why we have to cut it into smaller chunks, and that's the beauty, that's the point of the chicken sauce. So when you cut this to the desired shape after removing the skin, this is what I'm just basically going to do. The next thing is I'm going to put this chicken in a bowl. Then I start adding my ingredients. I add a spoon of salt, my seasoning, chicken seasoning, paprika powder, and I'm adding some soya pepper, which is optional. I'm adding some Maggi. Then I'm also going to, then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mix this thoroughly. I'm also adding cornstarch to this. This is very important for this particular recipe. I'm going to add cornstarch to this. Just mix everything together and set aside. Now for our veggies, I'm using green pea. Funny enough, today I did not see, I wanted to use green pepper, yellow pepper, but I could not find a single yellow and red pepper. Whoa. So I decided to use what I had. Watch and see what I did. I used green pepper, then I used tatashe for this as my pepper. I used that one because, so I'm going to cut my green pepper into smaller. Before I go into that, you see what I use instead. I'm going to cut my green pepper into this shape. Make sure they are this shape, not small. We are going to make it a little bit long because that is the beauty of this meal. Remember the beauty of this meal. So this is me just cutting it into smaller pieces, tiny like this. Then you're going to set this aside. Then we go straight to the next one. So this is what I used since I could not find red pepper. I decided to use this particular one because it's not peppery. Please don't go and use tatashe for this. So I'm using this one because it's not the peppery one. It's suitable, and you see I'm just using 3 for this, just for coloring. If I had red pepper, I would have used it, but I could not find red pepper. Now you cut this into smaller pieces, but notice I'm making it the same line with the previous one. The next thing I'm going to add is carrots. I'm also going to cut my carrots into the similar shape like the one I've been doing. After I cut them to smaller pieces and also keep them in this shape, all our veggies are supposed to be in this manner for this particular meal. The next thing I'm going to do is to cut small tatashe, small pepper, scotch bonnet pepper for this. This is because as a Nigerian now you have to add pepper, and I'm adding some onions to this. For you can add as much as you need, but I feel that this onions is just perfect for this. Now we are going to set all this aside. For this mixture in a bowl, you're going to add soy sauce, chili pepper, and then I added some ketchup. You can add other sauce ingredient that you have. Then in my pan, I'm going to add some oil to this pan. Then I'm going to bring the chicken mix. I left this for about 2 hours so they can marinate together. Then you stir fry stir fry for about 15 minutes or less, depending on how soft your chicken is. When you feel satisfied, in another bowl you're going to add some water and some margarine. This is optional. You can just some oil, sorry. You can just add your oil to this. If you don't have butter, it's optional. Then I'm going to add my chopped onions. I'm going to stir fry for some minute. Stir fry for some minute. Then I'm going to add my pepper. I'm in Nigeria. Why will I not add pepper to my food? So you stir fry this pepper. You don't need too much. You know it's peppery. So you stir fry for some minute. Then we are adding our next ingredient. Allow this to fry for some minutes. Yes, you fry to bring out the taste. Then you add our carrot. I'm adding my carrot first because it's a little bit harder than other veggies, and I want it to get a little bit soft. So you leave this on fire for some minutes, about 2 to 3 minutes. Yes, just stir fry till you feel it's soft enough. Then you add your green pepper and your red improvised pepper. If you know, you know. You stir fry this. I'm not adding any seasoning to this. I added, I forgot to mention that I added some spring onions. I didn't show when I was cutting it, but I added it to this. I'm not adding any seasoning to this because my chicken is already seasoning enough and I don't want it to be too salty. That's why I'm not adding to the stir fry. So you add your chicken, then you stir fry for about 5 minutes till you feel like you're satisfied. It's optional. Some people like it to be very soft, but me, I don't want it. Then you add the mixed sauce together. You can add a little more water or leave it depending on how you want it to be thick. Me, I'm fine with the way mine is. Just leave it to cook for about 2 to 3 minutes and your stir fry is ready. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. This is a very simple and easy recipe that will change your cooking game. If you're a regular rice and stew person, please try this. Try this and thank me. It's worth trying. Like, it is worth trying and it doesn't take anything. When you've stir fried and you feel like, oh, you're satisfied with this look, with this taste, oh my god, why should I go to a restaurant when I can make this? Now our rice, I'm adding it on top of it. Like, if you have a visitor and you serve them this, they will just be saying thank you ma, thank you ma, thank you ma. Anyway, this is what our meal looks like. Tell me, are you going to try this meal or not? And if you're trying this meal, what are you going to take this with? Are you taking this with a cold chilled malt, or are you taking this with just bottled water? Tell me what you think. This is definitely worth trying. And when you make it, don't forget to tag me so that I will know. And